right. And now we are back to close out Group C and close out round 1. Animated J, Blitz, and Van Flo. How you guys doing?
Yeah, man. I am chilling. Had a power outage, but it's because all these loving videos are fire, so y'all need to chill with that. So I'm excited to see what we have for this episode. How about Mary? How you feeling today?
I'm feeling good. I am excited to see what some of these new generation Glovers are up to and just get reconnected with the scene.
That's what's up. How about you, Van Flo? How you feeling today?
Yeah, I definitely feel that with Mary. So you get a point where we have to break off and build our lives, and we have a chance to come back and sort of see what's been happening. And it's a lot of fun seeing these new Glovers.
Totally.
Okay, happy to help get the OGs involved. So let's go ahead and get started. Now, the first Glover we're going to take a look at is Badgie. Now, round 2 videos have already submitted, and unfortunately, after multiple attempts to contact Badgie, did not submit a round 2 video. So we're going to go ahead and play his video, but his feedback's going to be a little light since he is just this tournament. Let's go ahead and take a look at Badgie. And that was Badgie. So, as I mentioned, Badgie unfortunately did not submit his video in time. So the feedback for this is please, if you're going to compete, submit your videos, pay attention to release dates and emails and things like that. Moving on, let's go ahead and take a look at our second Glover for the evening, and that is going to be Sadhatter.
Sunday morning drive, and you're cruising with your baby by your side, and the groove has got you moving hypnotized. And you're flowing smooth as summer wine, and you got to dip it, let it slide, let it slide, let it slide. Take your time, baby, and you got to dip it, let it slide.
And that was Sadhatter. I don't know about you guys. He looked pretty happy to me. Jay, what do you think?
I love how Sadhatter started off grooving, which I think it was Youngblood last episode who ended
Mm-hmm.
grooving. So it was just a nice, just like it just connected. I would like to see them go at it. Anyway, but I think that was dope. I was enjoying that. He was enjoying that. I think we all enjoyed that. Blitzen, did you enjoy that?
Great energy from the beginning. Like that's the type of intro that you need to, hit people with. And it was simple. It was simple as turning away from the camera and then turning and facing the camera, and that makes a big impact. And it's a clear start. We were just talking about first impressions, and I think that was a good example of one. Musicality throughout the show was good. I think as he got a little bit more technical, he kind of was missing some of the beats. So it becomes one of those things where if you're feeling maybe unsure about a certain concept, and you don't think you can stay on beat, you might have to make that choice of whether or not you want to throw that in a competition.
Got you. And how about you, Van Flo? How about I know you talked a lot about, not having wasted movements, having everything intentional. What did you see here?
Yeah, so I'll say, overall I liked it, but I'll stick to my categories. So when it came to like the sort of cleanliness in general, I'd say uh, he it wasn't perfect. His baseline was like above average, but there was when he was doing a 4 pedal anti-spin flail that was supposed to come out like this, but it really just really fumbled it, and that brought his cleanliness down a bit from what I would say his baseline was for the show. So unfortunately, we don't have a 0.5 as an option, so just gotta bring that down, unfortunately. Um, and use space, was pretty good. I'd say a little above average. And the complexity, technicality, all that was um, you know definitely was certainly on par for what I'd expect. Judging light shows. Wasn't off the wall crazy, but it was definitely pretty good.
Dope. Well, Teddy.
Thanks, Jay. So now we're going to take a look at an international competitor of ours from India, Tut Kida. And coming in with an absolutely electric light show, Tut Kida. Animated J, what are your thoughts?
I mean, it's cool to see someone internationally, do gloving. I've always believed that, outside of the country, that where gloving comes, what started it. It's always cool to see how others put their twist on it. That was fire. That was solid. That was clean. But the ending, so Mary, the ending.
My gosh, it was, and I feel like as I was watching it, he was probably one of the, just out of all the shows that I've watched, was who was most connected with the song, honestly. Like, and was jumping through all different parts of the, from the bass line to the synths, and had progression and speed change, and was just mixing it up the whole time. And then the ending, there was no clear ending. This is just a note for everyone. You can't just like cut the video off. If you need to set a timer on your phone or something, if that's the issue, you can't, meet that minute and a half, do that, because I hate having to take off points for that, because it was really just a wonderful show to watch, and totally killed it. Other than that, killed it in the musicality, showmanship, and delivery section.
I think there's something to be said of, and I think there's been a couple different competitors throughout this entire competition in different groups that it's like, man, you have this one take that was so dope, but it was just too long, and you're like, oh, I'll just submit it and cut it off anyway. It's like, no, don't do that. Submit the okay take with the actual ending if you have to choose between the two, please. Like, that ending is so detrimental. But it was a great show, and I do on the showmanship side, I do want to compliment the fact that I feel like everything down to his glove set was catered to the song that he chose. Like the colors and the flashing patterns he chose perfectly executed the intention he was doing as far as his connection to the song.
Well, I guess that's that. Teddy, you wanted to go back now. Vincent, what you got to say about it?
Yeah, that was fire. I have to say, definitely the cleanest I've seen. Like, is bordering. I'm bordering. Giving it a full score for cleanliness, because it's really through. Like, you have to have like no mistakes. There is just a little bit of like duck tutting, and I hate that I have to not give a full point, because it's basically like it's like 100% or nothing, man. Sometimes I hate it, but I just want to let this man know that was so clean. Use of space, top, like that was tops. That was great. And like the difficulty of concepts, like, it was pulled off so well. It's anything that is above a 7 out of 10 is one of those shows that you look at and it's kind of shocking. So he has made it into that, like, 8, like it is definitely, I'd say, like an 8. That's where it's just begins to get kind of shocking. So,
Nice.
that was fantastic. Fire stuff coming out of India.
Good stuff. Okay, Teddy.
All right, and to close out round 1, we have an absolutely wonderful main event light show. Ladies and gentlemen, Creepa.
Shake your bum bum. Shake your bum bum. Shake your bum bum. Shake your bum bum. We bout to crush all competition. Ain't no chance for y'all. Little Kim and Shawty's, we bout to dance on y'all like a floor in the club. It don't matter where you come from, USA to UK, shake your bum bum. Jean Paul Dime, keep my hair done all the time. Even got a manicurist in the booth while I rhyme. Initials on our jackets like LeBron and Cheryl. Kids rock my Queen Bee logo like a Powerpuff Girl. We stay on tour from summer to winter, and we rock at public schools and daycare centers. United we stand, body I fall. D flawless necklace look like a disco ball. Y'all don't really want it with the whole beehive. We going down in history, the illest gangsters alive. Put your hands on your shoulders, push them up, push them up. If you feel it in your bones, shake it up, come on. Shake your bum bum. Shake your bum bum. Shake your bum bum. Shake your bum bum. Now I know I ain't grown, but that don't stop me from shaking.
And closing out round 1 is Creepa, animated J.
I mean, that where is that? A studio? I was like checking out the background. Like that was dope. I want to have a place like that. Like anyway, that's another topic. But the second thing is texture. Like I just felt like I was seeing such textures. Like I felt like he was like underwater. Like because it wasn't like shoom 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 shoom. It was like, and he's just taking his time. A perfect example. Like you don't have to be going wild and doing so much extra. Like you can just be a jellyfish and just show like every little detail you want. I thought that was beautiful. And then the last thing is I wanted more. Like I was like, okay, and now go. But then it ended. So, anyway,
Yeah.
and Flo, what are your thoughts on this one?
Yeah, this man is, I can tell his moveset's after my own heart. This man really understands his use, like his space. And this one of the few people I've seen who like, he certainly has a good understanding of like his basic flower flails, but not just how to do them, but he did something where he went from here and he like transitioned into tutting with it, and I'm like, yes, this is it. This is how you use these. You can, yeah. It was great.
Whole lot of yes. Whole lot of
yes. Whole lot of yes. So yeah, that was great use of space, and he really understood what he was doing and how different concepts connected to each other. The cleanliness was certainly really up there. I was a big fan of that, and also that's how you do an intro.
That was dope. That's what's up. That's what's up. What about you, Blitzen? What do you see in this one?
I was just gonna say that was a great example of a good intro. Especially if you're going to be starting slow and building. And then another great example of how you can, stay on beat and you don't just have to go right into whips when the drop happens. You can, just change the concept and do something else. And, he kept this great theme the whole time of the show, just kind of like flowing and morphing the whole time. And then occasionally there were these little like bursts where it would speed up and then it would slow back down. Great control. And
he was calling right now. You want to call and hop on with us, our conversation.
Yeah, right. Phoning a friend. Yeah, it was just great control, and I really enjoyed it. It was a good show, and just I think more of a non-traditional way of kind of staying on beat and sticking with what you're good at.
Right. Totally. Well, Teddy, that was our last entry for today.
So that is going to be the end of round 1. Now, normally this is where I would ask you for your roundtable topic but after this episode, we're actually going to be doing a round 1 recap with just you and me. And I want to pick your brain specifically on what you think after 12 light shows. I want to thank Blitzen and Vanflo for joining us along with the rest of our judges, Jump, Lust, Trump, Jest, Starlight, and Recursion. We'll see you guys back for round 2. Thanks so much.
Hey.
Just